Psalm 117, Global Praise for God's Mercy and Truth. Psalm 117, though the shortest chapter in the Bible, carries a profound theological and spiritual significance that transcends its brevity. Comprising only 2 verses, it serves as a universal call to worship, inviting all nations and peoples, Jew and Gentile alike, to praise the Lord. This psalm, nestled within the Hebrew Psalter, anticipates the global scope of God's redemptive plan, a theme that resonates deeply throughout both the Old and New Testaments. The opening verse commands, "Praise the Lord, all you Gentiles. Laud him, all you peoples." This is an extraordinary statement, particularly in its historical context. At a time when the worship of Yahweh was primarily centered within Israel, this psalm looks outward, extending the call to worship to all nations. The use of the term Gentiles indicates an inclusive vision, emphasizing that the Lord is not a deity confined to one ethnic group or geographical boundary. Instead, he is the God of all creation, deserving of praise from every corner of the earth. This foreshadows the later Christian understanding of the gospel being for all nations, as seen in the writings of the Apostle Paul, who quotes this very psalm in Romans 15 verse 11 to support the inclusion of the Gentiles in God's redemptive work. The second verse provides the reason for this universal praise, "For his merciful kindness is great toward us, and the truth of the Lord endures forever." Here, 2 attributes of God are emphasized, his steadfast love and his enduring truth. Merciful kindness, often translated from the Hebrew word hesed, refers to God's covenantal love, a loyal and compassionate commitment that does not waver. This love is not limited to Israel but is described as being great toward us, suggesting an expansive, overflowing grace that reaches beyond boundaries. The mention of God's enduring truth underscores his faithfulness. Unlike human promises that may fail, the truth and reliability of God are eternal and unchanging. This divine constancy provides a solid foundation for worship, as it assures believers of God's ongoing presence and commitment. The psalm concludes with the simple but powerful exclamation, "Praise the Lord." This repetition reinforces the central message of the psalm, a call to acknowledge and respond to the greatness of God with heartfelt praise. Despite its brevity, Psalm 117 encapsulates the essence of worship and the inclusive scope of God's love. It reminds readers that God's attributes, his mercy and truth, are not confined to one group but are gifts offered to all humanity. In summary, Psalm 117 is a concise yet theologically rich declaration of God's universal lordship and enduring faithfulness. It invites every nation and people to join in worship, recognizing that the mercy and truth of the Lord extend to all. Its message remains as relevant today as it was in ancient times, calling people from every background to lift their voices in praise to the one true God whose love and truth never fail.
Psalm 117. Praise the Lord, all you Gentiles. Laud him, all you peoples. For his merciful kindness is great toward us, and the truth of the Lord endures forever. Praise the Lord.